What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lyndon Britt from SuccessWithLyndon.com, also the founder of Home Run Marketing, where we cover all bases of your business. So today on Tips or Two with Lyndon, let's talk about who's in your corner. Who's in your corner? All right, so as you're watching this thing, I want to tell, first of all, say thank you for everybody that happened to hop in here and watch it live. If you happen to be watching the recording, I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes out of your day to figure out another strategy and tip to be able to help you grow your business. And today we're going to be talking about who's in your corner. All right, so let me know where you're viewing from. I myself is coming here from Dallas, Texas. So I was telling me that Facebook is building my audience. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. First off, my name is Lyndon Britt, and of course you know that. And I got introduced to the marketing industry at the age of 19. Age of 19, I was always looking for the quick buck. So I was always in and out of business, looking at several different things, trying to figure out what worked, what company would allow me to be able to make the money that I wanted to make. What company would really produce the results that they told me I could live. I can have this lifestyle. Which company actually do it? So, and I was jumping from company to company because I wasn't having success with any of them. Then a couple of years ago, I ended up finding a platform which I learned a strategy called attraction marketing. I began to learn how to attract people to me, to be able to grow my business, and things began to get a whole lot simpler. I had so many people that I was pointing the finger at about why I wasn't successful, and it came down to the action that I was taking. One of the things that really mattered were the people that were in your corner. So that's why one of the reasons I want to talk to you all about who's in your corner today, because it does affect, it can make a difference on how you handle your marketing. So that's just a little bit about me. I won't tell you a full life story. If you want to know more about me, you can head over to my bio over at SuccessWithLyndon.com and check out the About Me page. It gives you a little bit more information about who I am as a person. One thing I absolutely love doing is giving back. I absolutely love giving back. It's a passion that I have that has been strengthened and further carried me in the things that I endeavor, things that I really want to do based on my wife. She's a wonderful and beautiful person that loves giving, and I really didn't understand giving until I got with that person. That's one of the people that's in my corner as we go into the new year. Strong young woman. I appreciate her being in my life. So let me ask you once again, as we're talking about who's in your corner, what's going on, Mr. Eric? Appreciate you hopping in here. Miss Amber, thank you for hopping in here. All right, but who's in your corner? I want you to begin to think about that. And I'm going to give you a quote of something I heard Steve Harvey say this morning a little bit later on that really resonated with me, that I really got to share. So stick around for that. You may have heard it this morning. I don't know if you listen to the Steve Harvey morning show, but I can't wait to start digging into the book. What's going on, Miss? That's the young lady I was just telling y'all about, Miss Bebe Loves Pee-wee. That is the number one person in my corner going into this new year. All right, but I can't wait to start digging Mr. Steve Harvey's book. But he said something, matter of fact, just got a car, and I don't know if you heard it, but he said something that really resonated that I'm going to share with you later on. So as we start to, this is where the content is going to begin. So as we begin to talk about who's in your corner, I want you to start thinking about the people that you surround yourself with. Now, you constantly hear this thing from several people. You've heard it from me before. We've talked about this topic somewhat, but I hadn't really gone a whole lot in depth. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit more in depth with it about who's in your corner. Now, a lot of people say, okay, I've got my family, I've got my mom, my dad, my cousins, my friends that I grew up with, I've got whoever your list of folks is that's in your corner, my coworkers, my network marketing team, my organization, all that kind of stuff. Now, you can list the people that are in your corner. You can go down a full list of people that was in your corner. And understand this, I want you to know that you don't have to do business. We're talking about business. You don't have to do business with anybody that you don't want to. Okay, one of the things that I learned from being the co-founder of another marketing company that I was a part of was that the CEO told me, you don't work with anybody that you want to. And the one thing that really made a difference to me, he said, what's going on, Mr. Joseph? Appreciate you hopping in here as well. One of the things that he told me was that if you wouldn't feel comfortable inviting this person to your house to be around your family, may not be somebody you really want to do business with. You want to feel comfortable with the people that you're doing business with. You may be on two different levels, headed toward the same goal. You may have two different paths, but going toward the same goal. But if you're not comfortable enough to bring that person in your home and bring around your family, you may not need to do business with them. Second of all, the people that you surround yourself, what type of people are they? when I first began, I was around a lot of negative people. I mean, so many people that said that's a scam, that doesn't work, that's not going to do so and so, and every other thing that kind of pushed me away from what I really wanted to do. What's going on, Mr. Ken, the hat guy? Appreciate you in here, man. Oh man, I hope y'all not too cold up here, man. Hope y'all taking care of that. But I was around so much negativity that it really affected the production of what I was doing. Okay, now this is where that quote comes in. What's going on, Miss Miranda? One of the things that I heard Steve Harvey say this morning, it really hit hard. He said, if you introduce he said the one thing that could kill a big dream is introducing it to a small-minded person. The one thing that can kill a big dream is introducing it to a small-minded person. And that was one of the things that I was trying to do. I was trying to carry a big dream to a lot of people that were small-minded, that don't think that really at that moment, I can't say they do now because I don't talk to, but a lot of them at that time weren't seeing eye to eye with the vision I had, the goals that I had. And it wasn't, for me, it wasn't all about money. Everybody wants to make money. You always get this notion about, oh, I just want to help people, I'm not in it for the money. Lies. I mean, you got into network marketing a lot of times. Your idea being introduced to network marketing wasn't, hey, I want to go help the world, and you didn't see a dollar sign included with it. Of course, we want to make money. That's the ultimate goal of a lot of times starting a business, period. You start a business. If you weren't focused on money, you can start a nonprofit and do something and just donate everything you get. So, but the goal is to do that, but at the same time, introduce the opportunity to be able to help people. And the people that you want to help are people that you want to be around. So, who's in your corner? You'll hear me say this several times because I really want you to begin to evaluate the people as you go into the new year. Who are you carrying with you? Who are you willing to say, look, you got to do something different about your life? Because not everybody's walking with you. Some people are meant to follow you. Everybody's not meant to walk beside you. You have to, if you're going to be a leader, how can you be a leader if everybody's right next to you? Okay, in order to be a leader, there have to be some people behind you. So there are going to be some people that you're leading that are looking to you for leadership, that are looking to you for guidance. So you've got to understand that everybody's not going to be in your level. But are you willing to invest that time? Look at these people that you're talking to. Are you willing to invest your time? Because that's what it's costing you. It's costing you time to invest in people to help them grow. But you want to make sure that these people are worth you pouring your time into, because you won't get that time back. You get what I'm saying? You all understand? Give me some thumbs up if you kind of resonate with this message. If you resonate with this message, give me some thumbs up, some smiles, some hearts, whatever. I just want to make sure you hear me, that you kind of understanding what I'm telling you. Because this new year, yesterday we talked about the one and only way you can make 2017 better than 2016 was to actually do some reflections. You got to look back on your previous year, and looking at the people that you were with during 2016 is one of those reflections that you have to do. Did you have that friend that you absolutely knew? They knew that you were starting a business. They knew that you were doing online business. They knew you had your own storefront. You knew that you're starting your journey into entrepreneurship, and they either had negative comments. It's not about them joining you, but they had negative comments. They didn't push you toward doing a goal, and they if you think about it, they kind of pulled you away. Every time you knew you needed, hey, I got to do this webinar. Hey man, they got that recorded, right? Won't you come on and hang out? You can just watch a recording later. There's nothing wrong with having that person as a friend, but you may need to begin to distance yourself so you don't find yourself running back to repeat 2016 as we roll into this next year. You got to begin to surround yourself with a lot of people that's going to really push you. That's what it's going to take. And it's not so much as cutting people off. It's so much as kind of distancing yourself. Like for myself, and this is just an example, I would never cut off my mom or my dad or my father. I mean, dad and father, same thing. Sorry, mom or dad or sister or something like that, based on them not having the same vision that I had, not having the same goals as I had. But I would distance myself as necessary if that's what was necessary for me to reach my ultimate goal. My mother and father, they've already reached the things that they want to do. They're done. My dad just retired a couple of weeks ago. So if my dad, this is, like I said, this is just an example. This is not my father. But if my father, being retired now, wanted to start doing stuff that was pulling my time away from what I needed to do to become accomplished, I may have to distance myself like that. I'm going to have to catch up with you later. I've got some things to try to do to be able to make it to the level that you at, to be able to enjoy retirement, but at an early age. I don't want to wait till I'm 60, 70 years old to retire. So you may have to look at these things that you go into this next year. This is this reflection period. I mean, and a lot of people are talking about resolutions and what they're going to do, what they're going to do in the new year and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. That's dandy. That's great. If you have a plan, okay, and that plan comes from actually doing those reflections of 2016 and realizing what didn't work or what held you back or what stopped you from accomplishing this specific goal. If you know what stopped you from accomplishing a specific goal, then you know what not to repeat in 2017. Once again, so many people they make resolutions and they don't bother looking back as to why they didn't accomplish those same things in 2016. Because in 2015, how many people, by show of hands, this is just a quick question because I'm not going to go back over what I did yesterday, but by show of hands, how many people found themselves, and this is just for an example, for me, find themselves in 2015, going in 2016 and said, I'm going to make a resolution, I'm going to start losing weight, I'm going to get back in the gym, I'm going to do this. And then all of a sudden, 2016 going to 2017, you find yourself saying, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to start going back to the gym more often, so and so, so and so. How many of y'all find yourself doing that 2015, same thing you do in 2016? If you did that, like I said, I'm showing hands. I'm going to be a complete witness to this because I did that last year. I lost weight, but then I gained it back. So, like I said, that was a message yesterday. If you didn't catch on to that live, reflection was a big thing. But part of that reflections, once again, as I'm talking about, is reflecting on the people that are in your corner. Some people off. You got these good friends that you've grown up with your entire life that you know you shouldn't be around. You know you should separate yourself from, but they're such good friends. They're such good friends. Won't you see if they'll seriously take this journey with you? Like, look, I understand this may not be for you. How many of y'all have actually introduced those friends to your opportunity? How many of y'all have actually had a fear of introducing the opportunity because of fear of what they say? I want to tell them, but I already know last time we talked, they kind of turned me down. What's going on, Mr. Chintois? Appreciate you hopping in here. Now, that's my dude right there. Hey, man, it's great to see you, man. But how many of y'all actually had that fear to actually introduce what you do to those close friends? If you have, maybe time to introduce. See, a lot of y'all, one of the things that I learned is that you have a slew of friends that you have not mentioned this opportunity to. How many of y'all have 1,000, 2,000, almost 3,000 friends on Facebook? Have you reached out to any of them and told them about what you're doing? See, these are a lot of people that could be in your corner. I just left a building. I just left a building, walked out with this young lady. I asked her how her day was going, and she shook her head, and she's like, well, I'm just ready to get out of here. I understand. I'm thinking she's talking about getting off work. And one thing she said, I just can't stand working here. I hate working in places where the bosses are mean, and it's just, you can't tell them anything, you can't say anything, and they're just mean and they're hateful. You think I didn't get that young lady's information? Like, look, I've got something I need to show you. From there, guess what? This may develop into a friendship of a person that I like to be around. A person I can introduce to my wife and be like, look, let's show you some things to be able to help you get out of this situation. You may run into, what's going on, Mr. Kenneth? Appreciate you hopping in here, man. You may run into a couple of people, even outside of your current circle, that you never know that you build a relationship with. A lot of the closest friends that I have, I give you one example. I got a friend named Brandon. That's one of my friends. I won't even call his last name, but I met him through Facebook through a friend that I went to school with, and that is actually a very good friend of mine. Actually ended up being very close, and we actually hang out now. Very cool guy, very down to earth, and I appreciate those relationships that's established. I didn't go in trying to sell him anything, and he's definitely not a dream killer. He's one of those people that you would like to be around that pushes you to get to those goals. And those are the type of people you're going to have to surround yourself with. So who's in your corner? I really take the time to evaluate who's in your corner for 2016. Think about those people that you consistently hang out with, those people that you are constantly around. Are they helping your cause or are they hurting your cause? Are they pushing you towards your goals, or are they kind of holding you back? Or they're just kind of neutral. They don't really have anything to say. They're just like, well, you do what you do. I've got a ton of those. Okay? Ton of those. Man of Steel. Oh, yeah. Great hat I got from my uncle. He gave me a couple of days ago. I love this thing. But, yo, But seriously, take a look at those people who you're surrounding yourself with right now. As we go into 2017, ask them to take the journey with you. Ask them to take the journey with you. What's going on, Mr. Kevin, man? Appreciate you. Man, we got to talk. We really do. But take those people, have a conversation with these people. And you could ask them, what do you think about? Ask them what they think about. Not necessarily your opportunity, not necessarily your business. Ask them what they think about entrepreneurship. Begin to see, you can indirectly ask questions to a lot of people that you're constantly around. What is your idea? What is your concept of entrepreneurship? What do you think of entrepreneur? What do you think about becoming a business owner? What do you think about pursuing something, a lifelong dream that you've always had? And find out, you get into the mind of these people that you're surrounding yourself with. Like I said, this is not a time to introduce your business opportunity. You can get to finding out exactly what it is this person has to go for. You'll find out if this person is comfortable with their life. You'll find out if this person doesn't want to do anything else. You'll find out if this person really wants to do something else. You'll find out if they hate their job. If they hate their boss. If they've always wanted to start it but have always had a fear. When you begin to ask questions, but you got to ask questions. And when you get those answers, don't be afraid. The biggest thing that a lot of people are afraid of is actually cutting people off. Until you feel to the point where you are totally offended, where you don't want to do anything with or for a person, a lot of people wait till they get to that point to cut some folks off. You may have to cut some ties with some people before you even reach that point, because it's like baggage. One of the things I heard in one of the podcasts I listen to is people. It's like you're like a ship, and constantly you got that negativity that's holding on, or that kind of neutral. It's like throwing an anchor. You throw an anchor off a ship, it sinks. You throw another anchor, it doesn't sink. It pelts in the ground and slows you down. Then you throw another anchor and it slows you down. Then you throw another anchor and it slows you down. Eventually, you get to the point where you've got so many anchors, you're unable to move. That's not what you want for your 2017. Or once again, you're going to be repeating 2016. Take some time to do some reflection on what it was about 2016 that you'd like to change. Know what you'd like to change. Reflect on what you wanted to change in 2016 that you didn't, so you begin to find out how to make 2017 better. And one of those things is look at the people in your corner. Start to make improvements now. Begin to make those improvements. Begin to surround yourself. Begin to meet new people. Have new conversations. What that means is, think about this. Now, this is something that really hit me. I just started this, and I'm glad I thought of this. I'm glad it was brought to me. How many of y'all meet the people that you're always around and you always have the same conversation? How many of y'all hang around the same people in your circle and you always have the same conversation? How you doing? What have you been up to? How are things going? How's the job? How's the family? How is so-and-so talking about somebody from your past that you're catching on? Do you ever talk to so-and-so? Do you ever talk to so-and-so? And it's pretty much the extent of the conversation. I'm guilty. I know I'm guilty. What good is that relationship doing? You're asking the same question. You're going to get the same answers each and every time. The only difference you may get was I talked to him last week compared to I talked to him a few months ago, or I don't know. It's time for you to start some new conversations. It's time for you to meet some new people. It's time for you to surround yourself with some new people. All right. So that was a message for today. I don't want to make it too long, but I really want you to begin to think about who's in your corner. Don't forget what I told you about that quote that I heard Steve Harvey say this morning. The worst thing you can do is introduce a big dream to a small, the easiest way to kill a dream is to introduce it to a small-minded person. If you've got small-minded people in your corner or close to you, and you've got a big dream, don't allow them to kill it. Cut that tie before they begin to kill your dream. As much as people say the opinions of other people really don't matter, that's true when you've been there for a while and you're kind of strong. But when you're beginning in your marketing, when you're kind of fresh in your marketing, whether you have a new opportunity, new business, whatever it is, those opinions, they're like stick pins. Ouch, 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 ouch. Eventually you stop wanting to get stuck. So what do? You stop talking about your opportunity. You stop talking about your business. You kind of sway away from what it is that you want to do because you're tired of getting stuck. You're tired of getting pricked. Those comments matter. That's why so many people quit, because they base their actions on other people's opinions. You can't do it. Cut those ties. All right, so this was some value for you. Like, comment, share, thumbs up, heart, like, all that kind of good stuff, man. I appreciate y'all hopping in here. Just wanted to share a little inspirational message for you. My goal, once again, is to inspire you, because these are the things that I'm doing as well. Motivate is just to give you a speech to go out and get you to do something. Inspiring makes it's a bigger difference, because when you're inspired by something, it's something that you saw. Something in action that you saw that was taking place that really inspired you to do something. When you're being motivated, it's somebody actually telling you to do something. I don't want to motivate you. I want to inspire you. So, hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day. Hope you all are inspired. I hope you're touched. I really hope you do some reflections over 2016. I really hope you go back and look at who's in your corner. Look at those things that you said it was a resolution for 2015 and what you did and didn't accomplish. Congratulate yourself for what you did. Find out what you didn't do, or find out what you didn't do in order to accomplish those things that you didn't accomplish, and then change those things for 2017. All right, so y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. If you enjoyed this live, I have several other videos with tips and strategies to help you grow your business, mindset things as well, over at facebook.com/LyndonBritt2. I've also got free training and products that are available for you to begin. For those of y'all that are looking to excel and start your business today, and look for y'all to excel to start moving in the vision toward the dreams that you have, more tips and information and tools over at successwithlyndon.com. All right, upgrades coming soon. I'm already looking forward to helping a couple of people that I have communication with to start building their brand. So that's what we're doing. We're building brands around here. I want to make men and women of steel. And the reason you can't break steel. You got to have some pretty high heat to get through steel. Steel is not easily broken. All right. You can't just go through steel. I want to help create some men and women of steel. So if that's you, contact me. If you have any questions over at successwithlyndon.com, there's a question book over there. You can ask the question over there. You can leave me a message on my inbox, all that kind of stuff. I will get back with you. We can talk, figure out how you begin to taking those steps toward your dreams, toward your goals, into those visions that you have. Start surrounding yourself with fresh people. Have new conversations. And I'm free and open to have those conversations if you like. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I appreciate you all hopping in here. Merry Christmas to everybody. And I will see you all on Tips at 2 tomorrow with a nice little message again. All right. Y'all have a blessed day.